Have you been experiencing unexplained weight gain, mood swings, or fatigue, and you can't find a clear explanation for this? Or have you been experiencing that you're running low in energy no matter how much rest you get? Well, these are all symptoms leading to a common condition called hypothyroidism. Hi, I'm Dr. Itakshi, a clinical nutritionist, and in this video, I'll talk about hypothyroidism and its relation with diet and nutrition. Thyroid gland is a butterfly-shaped gland which is located at the base of our neck, and it produces thyroid hormones. Now, when it receives signals from TSH, the thyroid stimulating hormones, it releases T3 and T4 hormones. Now, when there is hypothyroidism, this means that there is not enough production of the thyroid hormones. Symptoms of hypothyroidism include feeling cold, excessive hair fall, thinning of hair, feeling tired and having aches and pains in our body, having obesity or gaining weight and not being able to lose weight easily. There's puffiness on our face, there's hoarseness in our voice, there's irregular periods, there's itchy skin, and there's also depression. So there are two reasons why we could have hypothyroidism. First one is that we don't have enough hormone production even though we have TSH signals released. And this is due to an autoimmune disease. And 90% of people are diagnosed with this kind of hypothyroidism, which is known as primary hypothyroidism. And then there is secondary hypothyroidism when there is not enough TSH production. Let's discuss foods that we need to avoid in hypothyroidism. First are goitrogenic foods. Now, goitrogens are compounds that do not allow the thyroid gland to work properly, and hence there is not enough production of thyroid hormones. So first are cruciferous vegetables. Now, these are known to interfere with the function of our thyroid gland, so that's why we must avoid eating them. And these include our cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, turnips, radishes. So these are all something that we must not consume in our diet for proper function of thyroid. Now, in case you do want to have them, don't worry, we can have them by cooking them properly, because once we cook them, the goitrogenic effect goes down. So don't have these vegetables raw. Make sure you cook them properly and then you can consume them. Next is soy and soy products. Now, soy have a compound called isoflavones. Isoflavones are actually very good for you as they are antioxidants, they have anti-inflammatory properties, but they interfere with the function of our thyroid gland and they lower the production of thyroid hormones. Also, they may interfere with the absorption of the thyroid medication, which some of you might be taking. Some examples of soy products would include tofu, edamame beans, soy milk. So you can have alternates for this. You can have almond milk, cow milk, you can have paneer. Next is green leafy vegetables, specifically spinach. Now, spinach is high in minerals, vitamins, and fiber, but they also contain oxalate. Now, oxalate are known to interfere with the absorption of iodine, and iodine deficiency is known as one of the causes for hypothyroidism. So if you want to consume spinach, then make sure to cook it properly, steam it or blanch it, and then only can you eat spinach. Other foods that we should avoid include fruits such as the rosacea fruits or stone fruits, and they also interfere with the function of our thyroid gland. So the fruits that we should avoid are apricots, plums, peaches, mangoes, strawberries, raspberries, cherries, plums, and pears. Last in goitrogenic foods include millets. Now, millets are usually gluten-free, full of antioxidants, high in fiber, but certain millets such as pearl millet, jawar, bajra, ragi, these all inhibit the function of our thyroid gland. But we can have other options such as quinoa, buckwheat, and brown rice. These are all okay to be eaten in hypothyroidism. We should avoid caffeine. Now, high caffeine intake can affect the functions of your thyroid gland, so it's best to avoid coffee or tea. Now, you can have it in moderation, but in some cases, you should avoid it completely. Instead, you can have herbal teas and caffeine-free tea. Next food to avoid is gluten. Now, people with hypothyroidism are usually prone to get celiac disease. They have a damage to their lining of the gut. So they have leaky gut, and from there, gluten can leak through this and go into our bloodstream, which causes inflammation to our body. So our body gets sensitive to gluten. So it's better to avoid foods such as wheat, barley, and rye. We should avoid sugary foods. Now, sugary foods and drinks tend to increase our blood glucose levels, and this has a negative impact on our thyroid. Sugary foods and drinks such as sweets and juices and cakes, candies, these are all high in calories. And since our metabolism is already slow due to hypothyroidism, we'll tend to gain weight. Next, we should avoid processed foods. Now, processed foods are filled with salt, sugar, unhealthy fats. They also have a lot of refined flour, refined products used in them. So these are all not good for your thyroid gland. They have a negative effect on our hormones. So best is to avoid these foods. These foods will also make you gain weight. Last, we should avoid alcohol. Now, alcohol will also interfere with the functions of your thyroid, which will lead to worsen your hypothyroidism. So it's best to not consume alcohol at all when you have any thyroid issues. Now let's talk about foods to include when we have hypothyroidism. This will also help us lose weight and maintain a good thyroid function. So first is include good fats. Now you can have walnuts, flax seeds, coconut oil, fatty fish, and these are all also good sources of omega-3 fatty acids. Now, good fats are known to decrease inflammation in our body, and also they are required for synthesis of T3 and T4, include iodine-rich foods. Now we know that iodine is essential for thyroid function. The main reason for hypothyroidism is having a deficiency of iodine. So we can use iodized salts, which are easily available, and we can have foods like yogurt, eggs, seaweed, and seafood. Next, we should include foods high in selenium. Now, selenium is also an essential nutrient that makes your thyroid gland function properly. So, selenium is found in foods like sunflower seeds, sprouts, eggs, Brazil nuts, tuna, and we should also include zinc-rich foods. Now, these would include spinach, mushrooms, pumpkin seeds, and our lentils. What should we have next in our diet? It's whole grains. Now, whole grains are fiber-rich foods. Now, we need at least 30 grams of fiber per day, and this helps you maintain a healthy weight. And also, it improves our bowel movements. So both these factors are good for hypothyroidism. Now, in whole grains, we should focus on eating gluten-free grains. So some of the sources of good fiber include your fruits and vegetables, the ones that are allowed. You can have whole grains, whole wheat. You can have beans, legumes, seeds. And if you have gluten sensitivity and you need gluten-free foods, then you can have rice, quinoa, buckwheat. So apart from nutrition, there are some lifestyle changes that need to be considered. So first would be to take your medication. If you are prescribed by your physician to take a thyroid medication, then make sure you have it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Do not eat anything for at least half an hour after you take your pill. Ways to reduce stress levels includes mindful techniques such as yoga and meditation. Also, we should get proper sleep. Now, getting proper sleep will improve your functions of thyroid gland, and it also improves the imbalance of our hormone. Lastly, we should include regular exercise. Now, physical exercise will stimulate metabolism and help you lose weight. So in exercise, we can include weight training. And if that's not possible, doing just 20 minutes of lightweight exercise, any aerobic exercise, or even just going for regular walks will affect the functions of your thyroid and help you keep your weight off. In conclusion, hypothyroidism and diet are deeply interconnected. A well-balanced diet can manage your condition and also impact on how you feel. Make sure to include these foods and to avoid these foods if you suffer from hypothyroidism. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with someone who might benefit from this information. I hope this video helps you manage your hypothyroidism. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos on nutrition and health like this. Take care, stay healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.